Fuck that. Hey. What is up? What is up? We are back and we are black in this bitch. Yes, yes. Another day in clown ass slavery. You know. Yeah. We are back. We are black. Again, like I said, this is Warren G in the place to be. Been sucker free and clown free since 2003. Not 2, not 1, not 99, nigga. God damn. But anyway, we are back. We are black. If you listen on SoundCloud, I appreciate you. If you're watching on YouTube, whenever you get to watching this, I hope I fuck up your day. Watch it during the daytime because I want to fuck up people's days. That's more what I like to do. I like to fuck up a motherfucker's day and have them thinking. But anyway, this is the Knowledge Free Podcast. Shit is free, really. Technically, it ain't because you got to have internet. So, shit. You know what it is. But anyway, what is up? What is up, my niggas? You know, hey, we gonna get right into it. Before we talk about anything, you know, I was at slavery today, corporate plantation. I know y'all was all there too. If y'all was there, hey man, salutes and much props to you because that shit is not easy to do. But anyway, I want to get back into the subject. We gonna kind of continue it, but I'm gonna take another turn. The topic today is surviving white supremacy. We've been talking about this surviving R.KELLY shit since the whole docuseries and aired. Everybody done got a chance to really marinate and think about what they want to talk about and think about what they think about and come up with their own type of ideologies about the docuseries and what their perspective is. Now, let's get into it. Surviving white supremacy. I can't wait till they make a docuseries on white supremacy and what it has done to black people the last 500 and something odd years. You damn right I'm gonna turn it into that. I've watched niggas pile on R.KELLY and pile on R.KELLY and pile on, and like I said, I'm not taking nothing away from what the man did. You know, he probably got some mental issues going on, and we understand that. And I'll just jump right into it real quick. Okay, when Aaliyah came out, that shit alarmed every motherfucking body, and everybody should have been like, all right, this can't be happening. We got to get this shit together. You know what I'm saying? We can't allow young women to be, you know, mentally manipulated. You know, we can't have people gaslighting situations where they're doing things that they're not cognizant of doing, or, you know, that should have been an end right there. But of course, us black folk, we gonna always get that bag, so we gonna take the money. Now, I wasn't there or whatever, but what has been brought to my attention is that Aaliyah, mom, has come out and made a statement that those accusations are false and those girls are lying. Man, please, man, stop that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? You'd be better off not saying shit. But this is what I'm segueing into. Let's have a surviving Harvey Weinstein. Let's have a surviving Charlie Sheen. Let's have a surviving Thomas Jefferson. Surviving Andrew Jackson. Surviving, need I go on? Surviving all those motherfuckers that were benefiting off the backs of black labor. Let's do a docu-series on that shit, since we want to do surviving R. Kelly. It's so funny how they bring all this shit to the surface. And let's just get this straight. Who is Lifetime owned by? I think it's owned by Disney. If Lifetime is owned by Disney, and Disney was a well-known racist. He's well-known racist. Did not like black people. But we still go to Disneyland. We still go to motherfucking Disney World. What did the NFL used to say when niggas used to win championships? What are you gonna do after this? Man, I'm going to Disney World. But I ain't hear no motherfucker talk about surviving Disneyland. Surviving Walt Disney. Come on, man. Let's do surviving ESPN. That's owned by Disney. Let's do surviving How to Get Away with Murder. Survive, man, come on, man. Need I go on? Lifetime placed that in front of you. Now, I'm not taking away from none of this shit that R. Kelly did. You know, mental issues or whatever. Now, in other countries, the shit is legal. But here, you can't do that shit. So, we should have put ends and barriers and restrictions and boundaries after the Aaliyah shit. Okay, that's fine. Was it a little bit odd that Sparkle came out with her single at the end of the goddamn docuseries? Yeah, I found that a little bit odd too. But hey, I digress. But let's just tie it into one. It's so funny how they maimed motherfucking Bill Cosby. These were grown-ass women. Some of them committed perjury and lied on the witness stand. Okay, that's fine. So let's lock Bill Cosby up and throw away the key and take the Cosby Show off the air and all this other stuff, right? Okay, let's do that. But why is it when it comes to us, we will pile on with these white people and be like, oh, R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, oh, goddamn. But when it comes to Harvey Weinstein and all these other motherfuckers that are Caucasian, cat got our tongue, we gonna pray about it, is what motherfuckers do. And they start quoting religion and all this other bullshit. But when it comes to us, oh, we will nail each other to the cross. I've been saying that shit. Why the fuck do we go so hard on our own when it gets brought to us by white people? But when white people will do bold shit and we'll pray on it. What about that motherfucker that went in that church and killed all those niggas? And them motherfuckers talking about we forgive him. What kind of shit is that? But when it comes to R. Kelly, oh, that's unforgivable. And all those things he did to those women. Now, are all those women alive? Yes, they're all alive. All of them able to go and live their life and have babies and do what the fuck they want to do? For the most part, yeah. Okay, then why is it when that motherfucker went in that church, was it Dylan Roof, and he shot and killed all those motherfuckers? We don't even talk about it no more, like it don't even exist. Now, these people's lives were taken from them. They were killed. I'm not justifying what R. Kelly did, but why is it when it comes to us doing things, we'll pile on, we'll throw the bricks at them, we'll throw everything and the kitchen sink and the tub, and we'll drown the motherfucker, we'll bury us alive. But when it comes to Caucasians, we gotta pray about it. That's a fact. That's a fucking fact. When it comes to Caucasians, we'll pray about it. We act like the shit don't even exist, like they didn't even do that shit. Like Andrew Jackson wasn't diabolical in what the fuck he did to niggas back in the day. Come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's just fast forward it to now. Like I said on the last podcast, if you want to check that out. R. Kelly's such a bad guy, but the same women that do this feminist movement and all this other shit, these white motherfuckers, these are the same motherfucking white people that voted for Donald Trump, and the nigga said, I grab bitches by the pussy. That's just locker room talk. No, nigga, that's what you really be doing. And that's fine. That's your prerogative. But it seems like we don't have We don't keep that same energy when it's going towards these white people. But when it goes towards our own, oh my God, we want to tear each other down in a heartbeat. We can't wait till a motherfucker fuck up. So we can be right there. See, I knew he was going to do that. It's called doing it in private. Just think about it if none of those women would have came out. Just think about if those women were like, you know what? R. Kelly, what he did to me was awful. It was awful. But my parents failed me. And that was even more awful. How my parents failed me. And they just gave me, they weren't even really thinking about my well-being a lot of times because we were all blinded by the money. Think about if those women told the real. I'm not taking away from their story that the shit didn't happen, but goddamn, we pile on when it comes to our people. We can't wait to throw the fucking darts at each other. But when it comes to, here man, take these darts and throw it at that white motherfucker. Oh, no, I'm not. That's Jesus. Shit, that's exactly how we act. And then what trips me out even more is when you say that, like, damn, I hope you keep that same energy for the system of white supremacy. Why it's always got to be about the white man? Because it is. Because they're the ones who give you your template. They're the ones who give you your ideologies and your ideological construct. It's them. They have defined our definition of successful. What's our definition of success? Let me run it down to you. Nice car, a good paying job, a good job, a house, a wife, and some kids. And you're like, well, that is successful. Okay, let's break it down. Nice car, you're probably gonna have a car payment because you want a Tesla or a Beamer or a S550 or some shit. So that's gonna be a car payment. You want a good paying job, so that means you must have went to college and paid $150,000 worth of fucking sucker shit debt and clown shit debt so you can go slave for white people so you can be all you can be in their system that you could never be. Because that's what it is. So when you go to school to UC Irvine or Cal State Northridge or Long Beach State or UCLA or USC, which you ain't going to USC unless you got some money or you got a whole bunch of student loans. And after you get into that student loan debt, now you got to go find you a good job. But you're still beholden to them. Now after you go get that good job, now you got to pay those student loans back. And then you want to go buy a house, right? Now in this economy, in this today's economy, I'm tripping. In this today's economy, go to LA. Let's just take LA for example. Go try to buy a motherfucking house in LA right now. It's gonna take, you got to be like motherfucking Latinos. It's gonna take 10 of y'all niggas to go buy, put a down payment on the house. Ain't no house going for under no $400,000 or $500,000. So where you gonna get the money from? So now you're paying $2,500, $3,500 in mortgage. Cha-ching. Then you paying about $1,000 in car payment plus insurance. Cha-ching. Then you gotta eat. Cha-ching. Then you gotta sleep. You gotta have roof over your head. All this other shit, right? So that means you would have to make at least $120,000 just to live comfortable and live that successful dream that they gave to us. They make a motherfucker feel like if you live in an apartment, you ain't shit. And then the way the economy goes, what they do is, yeah, get an apartment. Because after a while, all you're gonna do is hop around from apartment to apartment because we're gonna raise the prices everywhere. You can't even go buy no house because now we want 20% down on a home. We don't give a fuck if you are getting an FHA loan. That's the shit that they do. But we don't even see it. What about redlining? What about gentrification? Surviving gentrification, surviving redlining. What about that? Surviving racism in corporate America. As surviving white fragility. I got a whole bunch of them. I just get pissed off now because I've watched Professor Griff. Y'all need to go check him out. He had a great podcast on surviving R. Kelly. A lot of people had a great, podcast about it. But a lot of the people I'm watching, they bait clicking and it's so funny how everybody wants to stand behind this. Oh, this is rape culture and this is all that. Well, why the fuck wasn't y'all niggas saying that shit when niggas was selling millions and millions of albums? Hip hop, R&B is supposed to be from the soul and what we have went through, what we go through. Some of it may be barbaric, some of it may not. That's why you had hip hop and R&B. The R&B was more soft spoken, more for the ladies. Hip hop is more rugged. You know what I'm saying? But now it was rape culture, and now it's we have mental health issues. Go see a mental health doctor. It's so funny how we supposedly got all these fucking issues, right? We do. We got all these fucking issues. But the system of white supremacy, the dominant society, are the people that has established this template that we follow. So if we have mental health issues, then these motherfuckers are just batshit crazy. They just off they rocker. 5150 type shit. If we have mental health issues, I just love how they usher that shit in. We got issues. It's all about mental health now. Oh, mental health. That's what it's about. Black people with mental health. Go talk to somebody. You know what? Black people, we wouldn't even really need to go see a therapist if other black people would take the time to listen to people sometimes and give them good, fundamentally sound advice and stop hating each other. Stop looking at each other through white people's eyes, man, and start looking at each other through our eyes. We so busy judging motherfuckers off of materials like, since they got a whole bunch of materials, that they're so intelligent. That's why a lot of these people that are wealthy, they're crazy. They're nuts. They're drug addicts. Because we make money the idol god. And I understand it's very easy to do because you got bills to pay and it's fucked up. But that's how they said it. That's the narrative. We got to change the narrative. So when we see motherfuckers like R. Kelly, niggas need to stop and niggas need to get in his ear, whoever's around. Hey, man, you got to stall out with all that shit, man. That ain't cool. Those are young girls, man. Chill out. No, but everybody around was benefiting, getting money. So that brings me to this point. Everybody was benefiting from Harvey Weinstein, so nobody said anything. And then all of a sudden, one motherfucker say something. Now everybody want to pile on. Now that's fine. Pile on to Harvey Weinstein. I want you to do that. But what I also want motherfuckers to do is this. Treat him the same way you treat R. Kelly. And why didn't they have a docuseries on Harvey Weinstein on Lifetime? See, if y'all notice, Caucasians, they'll put other Caucasians out there. The system of white supremacy will put other sacrificial lamb white people out there just to get the buzz talking. And that's just, to me, to distract you, to get ready to set it up so they can start putting a whole bunch of niggas in jail. Think about it. They didn't even like Bill Cosby because he wanted to buy NBC. He's been trying to buy NBC since the fucking late 80s, early 90s. Everything that man touched when it go on TV went to gold. The nigga did the Cosby Show, the shit flew through the roof. Then the nigga did A Different World, that shit had the same fucking success. It had every nigga wanting to go to a black college. That's a fact. So you don't think they was a little worried from, yeah, they was worried about Bill Cosby. Like, damn, this nigga's got a great mental. He knows what the fuck to put on TV. But you're doing too much when you try to buy shit. Certain shit is just not for sale. But you know who's for sale? Black people. Nike stands behind Colin Kaepernick. So for some sort of reason, we think that that is the Black Power movement. That is the Black Panther movement. No, Nike don't give a fuck about no niggas like that. They just know niggas buy they shit. Facts. I think more people need to step back and be like, damn, why am I going in on R. Kelly? Yeah, what he did was wrong, but why am I not taking that same energy and going at Harvey Weinstein? Why am I not looking at these motherfuckers at my job that treat me fucked up every day the same way? I'm not saying smile with them, but why am I following behind them and I feel like I'm not a good worker at my job unless they give me a pat on the head? That's what you need to start doing. So before you just start looking at R. Kelly like he crazy, look at their parents. Look at everybody around. Most of all, look at the goddamn record label who was fucking benefiting off of that shit the whole goddamn time and didn't give a flying fuck who he was fucking with, as long as he sold them records and made that money. That's a fact. But we don't do that. You know what we do? This is what we do. We wait until white people be like, oh, he's bad. Then we be like, yeah, that nigga is bad. Because Massa said he bad. So he's bad. And we act just like on a plantation. That's why, nigga, no, don't even come up to me at my job talking some shit about R. Kelly. Because the first thing I'm gonna be is, and look at fucking Harvey Weinstein. We need to police our own. When the niggas doing some fucked up fuckery shit in our community, we need to police it. And stop letting them motherfuckers be the moral compass for us. I'll keep saying this shit. How the fuck can white people be our moral compass when they've been immoral the last 500 and some fucking years. They got y'all thinking Christopher Columbus discovered America. How you gonna discover some shit that was already there and people that were already there? Read They Came Before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. I'll tell you again, and I'll keep saying that shit. We need to understand what the fuck life is about and stop thinking that black people are good until white people say they're not. I'm not taking up for R. Kelly, none of that, but it's just so funny how everybody's piling on, but everybody worked with R. Kelly after the fucking sex tape, after the PP and all that shit. Niggas was still getting, fuck it, I'll get in the studio with him. I don't know. And some niggas is like, I don't give a fuck if he was doing that, nigga. I'm trying to get paid. We for sale. And I'm not saying that white people are not for sale too. Trust me, if you know a white person and they working a 9-to-5 job like you and they struggling, then they a dumb motherfucker because they haven't used their skin to their full, they haven't maximized their capacity of their skin to get to where they need to get to. Because most white people that are working 9-to-5 jobs and are broke, they're just as dumb as black people are that think that the elite are there for them. That's how it becomes a classism thing too, because they're so smart. They have convinced the wealthy Caucasians have convinced the poorest Caucasian that he's still better than a black person, and that's why they go along with the fuckery too. Because imagine if white people that work these 9-to-5 jobs like you was like, well, why would I treat this black person fucked up? Because the motherfuckers at the very top, they don't even give a fuck about me. You know when that happens? When a lot of Caucasians start getting sick, you know, or get these fatal illnesses, and they see what the insurance covers and what it don't cover. And then that's when they be like, damn, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck about me. And then that's when they want to team up with black people and fight for rights and that shit. Other than that, motherfuckers don't give a fuck until it affects them directly. That's a fact. So what affects you directly? The system of fucking white supremacy, black people. So why y'all, all y'all women talking shit about R. Kelly, remember this, like I said on the last one. My women, my sisters, stop auctioning off that pussy to the highest bidder. Let me get 45. Yeah, let me get 55 for that pussy. Let me get 55. Yep, stop that shit. Stop auctioning off your pussy. Stop that shit, man. And understand this. Black men are already behind the line because of the system that we're in. Y'all know that. So if y'all already know that, I'm not saying let a nigga lay up on you and fuck you all day and just drive your car and smoke weed. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is if a nigga's working a job, you know, he's trying to do his thing and trying to move in the right direction, handle his business, then damn, give a nigga a shot. You know, treat each other the right way. And understand that the system of white supremacy don't give a fuck about black women or black niggas, black men. But so many black women feel like because they got degrees that they so much better than us. I remember I met a bitch at my corporate plantation who had her degree and tried to tell me, she tried to tell me what I needed to be doing, how I needed to be going to school. And I told that bitch, if you're still here in the next 10 years, you'll be working at a cubicle reporting to a white person with no degree. And now 10 years have passed and she's reporting to a person that's white with no fucking degree. I love it. Niggas don't get it. We so busy judging each other and looking at each other crazy, they be laughing at us. Like right now, if you notice, they're sitting back and letting black people do the bidding for them. And then all they gotta do is, oh my God, did you see that docuseries on R. Kelly? Wasn't that awful? And most black people, ain't that crazy? And that motherfucker, you know what? I talked to a sister at my corporate plantation, and we was on the same page. She was like, where the fuck was the motherfucking parents at? You sending your goddamn daughter up there. Now, goddamn. Now, all that fucking he was doing, somebody should have been like, okay, where's my daughter at? I need to go up to the studio and see what the fuck is going on. Let me do a pop-up visit. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let me take my daughter to the OBGYN and sit her down in front of the OBGYN and let them do a wellness check on that pussy to see if it's been tampered with and do a DNA check. I bet you a bitch would be scared then. Yeah, where you going? Where you taking me, mama? Oh, to the gynecologist. Well, we going to the gynecologist. Oh, I just want to get a checkup for you. You 15 now, so we going to go get a checkup. And then tell the gynecologist, could I get a DNA swab too on that pussy? Because right now I own that pussy because that's my daughter. That's what niggas should do. Black fathers, pick your daughter up from school and say, where you taking me, daddy? To the gynecologist. We gonna get a wellness check on that pussy. Daddy, yeah. And then, could I get a DNA swab on that pussy too? And the rape kit, make sure ain't nothing going on down there. That's a fact. I bet you a lot of these fast ass, hot pussy ass bitches will be like, ooh, shit. Girl, I can't fuck with this nigga. Shit, I can't fuck with R. Kelly. Shit, my daddy took me to the gynecologist. He tripping. Fuck that. Fuck that. So that's what niggas need to start doing. And then you start doing that shit, on one end, that'll fuck with a kid, especially a young girl. And on the other end, when she go tell that nigga she fucking with, that's gonna make him be like, fuck that. Your daddy crazy. Your mama crazy. We gotta start policing our own. That's the problem. We so busy pushing mental health and all this other shit. Why doesn't anybody get on the radio and anybody go on TV and say, black people, we need to start policing our own and stop waiting for white people and everybody else to police us? So if you see a kid out there cussing, throwing rocks, acting a goddamn fool, you need to go out there and say, hey man, you need to chill out. And if he get to talking shit, say, where's your mom or your dad at? I need to talk to him. We need to get back to community activism, teamwork, and stop, well, it ain't my kid, I don't give a fuck. You gotta watch all that. Because we don't give a fuck about each other until it's money involved. Then we'll come together for a minute. But then after that minute, now you hate. That nigga got more money than me. Oh, this motherfucker ain't shit. He ain't got no motherfucking money. I know how niggas think about each other. But then when you see that white person, or you see a Asian or a sand nigga, and then you act right. And them sand niggas, Arabs who ain't nothing but Caucasians from Europe, Pakistan, all that shit, that's Europe. You can say it's Eurasian or the continent of Asia, which ain't nothing but Europe to me anyway. Them motherfuckers treat us fucked up anyway. Go on to 7-Eleven when you looking at a sand nigga. They looking at you all. They think they better than us anyway. Every other race thinks they're better than black people. So while we dogging the fuck out of R. Kelly, look at how other races do their people when their people fuck up. They'll discipline their people from the inside of that race, but you ain't gonna know how the fuck they feel. And they not gonna really tell you. Most white people ain't gonna really tell you how they feel about their own race. They probably can't stand a lot of the people in their own race, but they not gonna vocalize it and get off code, which brings me to the point. While y'all talking shit about R. Kelly and all this, y'all need to go get Neely Fuller Jr.'s book, The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept, a compensatory counter-racist code. This is a great fucking book. It talks about all that shit. And I ain't gonna tell you everything. Go get the book and read this shit, man. It's a great fucking book. It tells you about how the system of white supremacy, the dominant society, has a code that they push. You know, and it's how they, and it's true. If you like, well, I don't see this, go to your corporate. Most of the motherfuckers that watch this shit, they work for corporate America, which is, I call it the corporate plantation. Go see how them white motherfuckers act at work. They'll talk shit about each other and gossip, but they gonna stay on code. They gonna stay on motherfucking code. They gonna get all the niggas and every other race riled up and get you involved in they shit. But when it comes time to speak up, they gonna stay on code and act like they didn't say shit. I seen it a million goddamn times. A million motherfucking times. I motherfucker came into work high every motherfucking day, and none of them motherfucking white boys said a goddamn thing. Every day, motherfucker was damn near doing the drugs in the bathroom. Everybody knew it. None of them white people said anything. Period. And I don't care if you work around Asians or Filipinos or Latinos. Until you show me different, I figure you act just like these Caucasians. If I see you running your mouth with this man and running your mouth with the next man and then smiling with him, that you're exhibiting Caucasian behavior. Facts. Sorry. So I'd rather just not fuck with you. So we need to get on a code. Have some type of system when you're around your people. Stay on a code. That's why a motherfucker know not to ask me shit about Colin Kaepernick, shit about R. Kelly, Y'all, man, don't nobody ask me shit where I work at, because they already know the response they gonna get. Straight up, that's a fact. No, I don't talk about that shit. I don't know. I don't watch TV because I don't got shit to say, because we not gonna agree anyway. And you already know how it go. Stop getting emotionally invested in what template they set for you. A lot of these parents, let me tell you something, they so busy chasing the shit that white people put in front of you, while white people studying voodoo. They studying our history, studying our melanin, studying who the fuck we are, learning how powerful we are, and that we are the gods of the earth, while we up here trying to be like white people. I'll be rolling with that shit. We were the inventors of so much goddamn shit, but we don't even know because we don't care. Most niggas don't even give a fuck that we invented math and science in the liberal arts period. I say it all the goddamn time. If you tell a nigga, hey man, you know you, like I told my nephew Whoopo, I said, hey man, we're responsible for math. Pythagoras is a motherfucking lie. And all the other Greeks are lies too. And he's like, for real? I'm like, yeah, I got a book called The Stolen Legacy, and it talks about how they would sneak over to Africa, and they would get around the initiates, the elders, the African elders, the niggas who had all the science. I would say the enlightened ones, and they would do whatever they could to learn that shit. And this is Pythagoras, Aristotle, and Socrates. All of them motherfuckers, and Plato. All of those Greek freaks were over there stealing African science. And if you don't believe me, just read The Stolen Legacy. Because Alexander the Greek outlawed our liberal science and our liberal arts. So no science. That means no astrology, no astronomy, no math, none of that. Because he couldn't understand what it was. So he outlawed it, and whoever practiced it got thrown in jail. And can't remember who it was, if it was Plato, Socrates, or Aristotle, but one of them got caught and got thrown in jail because he got caught sneaking over there to Africa, which is Egypt, and learning our liberal arts, our science, and what we do, what we known for. So remember that. We don't even know that because we don't want to know. We just want the money. You want the money with a white man's face on it. They got a white man's face on it, backed by African principles. The Egyptian pyramid, the all-seeing eye, all those things, the owl, all that shit comes from Africa. All these principles come from us, but we worship them. That's why I be looking at them like they fucking crazy. And I'm talking about them as anybody who's a part of the system of white supremacy. Now, all white people ain't like that, and that's a fact. All white, I've had white, man, please. When I used to be in a production crew, two of the members, they was white, and they was cool as fuck, and they was not on that racist shit because they was not gonna be around me at all. And they was not with that shit, and I saw who they kind of hung with and how they acted, and it wasn't on no race. Now, I can't say what they on now, but when they was around me, they didn't act that way at all. And every white person ain't like that. Every Latino ain't like that. Every Asian ain't like that. There's a lot of people, other races, they ain't with that racist shit. But I look at you like this. Either you standing for you're trying to stand against the system of white supremacy and replace the system with justice, or you with the system of white supremacy. Period. Sorry. So what are you doing? Are you out there cooning? You know, if you're Latino and you running up on the white people and acting like them and dry snitching and gossiping, then you a fucking Latino coon to me. And it's a whole bunch of Latino coons out there. They out there, and they will conform and bend that knee to them Caucasians. Yes, they will, just like niggas do. Remember that, and don't fucking forget it, because sometimes we get amnesia. You know, hey man, stop piling on R. Kelly. The next time somebody come up to you with that, man, you see that docuseries? Be like, yeah, I saw that docuseries, but what's going on with Harvey Weinstein? That's what you need to start doing. Deflect. Do black fragility instead of white fragility. Start deflecting. Turn it on the issue like, yeah, you know what, R. Kelly is wrong and he should pay the price for what he did. But let's talk about Harvey Weinstein though. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how these record labels are orchestrating murders for everybody whose catalogs are worth billions of dollars. Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston. Let's talk about that. Just so amazing how they just all seem to die the same goddamn way. Michael Jackson has a will. Mom gets 70% of the will. 30% gets donated to charity. Then the lawyers talk about, oh no, we have the real will. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's what I'm saying. We be so focused on what we do wrong. Look at what the fuck they do wrong. I see a whole bunch of shit that they do wrong every day. Every fucking day. How they act, everything. They think they always supposed to be telling a nigga what to do. And then when you bring up facts, they be like, oh, well, black people kill black people every day. And any motherfucker that go along with that shit, man, get the fuck away from me. That's Sambo Coonish behavior. And you need to go to Sambo Coon Hayward Shepherd Anonymous. Those hours are on the weekends type shit. Stop going along with that program. Well, black people need to stop killing black people. Black people need to stop killing black people. Let's see. The system of white supremacy has redlined us, gentrified us, colonized us, raped us, robbed us. Let's see. Flooded the neighborhoods with crack cocaine. Put a person like J. Edgar Hoover in there who invented and coined the term COINTELPRO, seeking out the black messiah and destroying him. Come on, man. Need I go the fuck on? Andrew Jackson and all his fuckery that he had going on. Thomas Jefferson. All of those motherfuckers. George Washington. Need I go on? All the things that they've done to black people. All the things that they've done. And it's their system. So when a motherfucker gets to talking that shit like, oh, well, you know, we've come so far. Obama. Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, Obama was an half African, half white motherfucker who inherited $450,000, man. Come on, man. From his Caucasian side of the family. And a lot of these Africans, I look at them crazy too when they come over here. A lot of these motherfuckers be on some coon shit. And they think they better than nigga too. These Ethiopians, they look down at us and treat us all fucked up too. Cause they get these little special privileges from Caucasians. So hey man, I'm calling out a lot of these these Africans and niggas from the Barbados and all these niggas that think, oh well, I'm Grenadian and all like you know, like you not black, nigga, you black. I didn't ask your nationality, where he's from, nigga, you black. Your ethnicity is a black, motherfucker. So let this be a lesson, man. We need to stop piling on to each other. And we, as a people, need to work together. And we need to see each other in a positive light, positive atmosphere. Start speaking to each other and stop piling on when it comes to us. But then when it comes to Caucasians and other races, we just act like it ain't nothing. First they had the mob wives. Very entertaining. Now they got the cartel family. And now they on there telling their story. So it's like, look it, they all stick together. We need to learn from that. And that's a fact. There's rules and regulations. And niggas always want to be like the mob, you know. Niggas always want to name themselves after some Italian mobster. Oh, I'm Luciano. I'm Lucci this. And all this bullshit, but we don't follow none of their guidelines and policies and procedures that the mob used to, you know, the guidelines that they would fall under and follow to be successful. The Gambino family and all that. Why we don't follow those rules? I'm not saying be like the mob, but they dealt with a code of honor. There was an honor, and if you didn't have that honor and that respect, you get whacked, as they would say. And the mob didn't fuck each other's bitches and laugh and talk about it. They didn't play all that shit. We have to have a code of conduct, a code. Hilly Fuller's book, a code. Get that book. That's a fact. Hey man, it's been fun, it's been real. This is the Knowledge is Free podcast. Hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you like it. I don't give a fuck, it's the internet. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, send this to somebody. Maybe they might want to subscribe. Listen to it during your day. You feel me? So I can fuck up your day. Hey man, this is the Knowledge Free podcast. I'm Warren G. You know what I'm saying? I'll say this. Guilty, nigga, is what you are if you just piling on R. Kelly, not looking at Harvey Weinstein and all the rest of them motherfuckers. I hope I fucked up your day like my day was fucked up. I'm out. Peace.